Over many years and shows now, I've shared my passion and techniques for managing whitetail and other wildlife on my own land in central Minnesota. I do so to maintain healthy populations because it's recreational hunting land enjoyed by my entire family. Now down south in Texas, I have a longtime friend who shared and accomplished the dream of owning some land to manage for hunting too. And like me, he's a very recognizable name in the outdoor world.
It's about the experience, freedom, passion, and adventure. I'm Kieth Warren, and like you, I live for the hunt.
For producing his own award-winning television shows over many, many years. Anyway, I'll be darned if that good old Southern boy didn't extend a rare invitation to this Yankee to come down and hunt and film whitetails together. The fun part is that we agreed in advance to bring our own camera crews, share the resulting footage, and each piece together our own shows from the same video collected. We both thought, how fun is that? So it's what you're about to see. Now let's begin with some greetings, some initial game plan talk, getting out there, and the going-ons of our first day's hunts. Mr. Warren?
We're going to show you two different spots. You can pick which spot you like. So we'll run down there and see.
Okay, well, the only problem with that is I don't even know where the hell I'm at, much less know which spot would be best.
You're 1 hour from the San Antonio airport. Close
Yeah,
your
right.
eyes and I'll take you to your stand.
Now, the way that we got here was more than an hour.
Well, because you went the way y'all drive up north.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll show you this. Will that one do?
Is that a good omen or a bad omen when we come here? There's a big buck standing here and we spook him off. That's what I want to know.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Whatever you want, whatever trips your trigger, trip the trigger. I'll pick you up at dark.
All right. Kieth Warren, who's been in television business for 20-some years. Last year at the ATA show, we got to talking. He said, why don't you come down and do a show at my place with me, film a show with me. He said, we could make a show for you and a show for me. And I said, that's awful nice of you, Kieth. He said, I'm serious. I said, so am I. Thanks. Let's do it. And that's how this started.
Unfortunately, unseasonably warm weather down here in Texas right now. The rut is going on. The activity is not real good until dark. Got a lot of action on our Reconyx cameras, but so far during the day, we don't have a lot of activity.
Boy, they can disappear in that grass. Keith says the rut is going full blast right now.
This is actually my first time to hunt here in years, and actually on a mission. I'm trying to take a specific kind of deer for management purposes.
Right now I'd like to see a buck.
Texas Hidden Springs Ranch. Matter of fact, this is about the slowest night that I've experienced in a long, long time.
Right now, I think the bucks are tuckered out. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the does are tuckered out because the bucks have been running them. And this is the time of year that when you come out here and you go to a stand and you see 6, 8, or 10 deer in one sitting, I mean, that's unusual. I mean, normally you're seeing 2 to 3 times that many deer in a sitting. So they are going to come to food. They are going to come to water. It's just a matter of, are we going to be there when they come?
Okay, continuing down in Texas on a hunt with notable hunting TV host Kieth Warren on his privately managed ranch. At early light, I just keep watching and wondering, what'll this day bring?
What happened last night, I took him to what we call the hidden blind. And we had stopped by the short tower and looked over there, and a really nice big framing buck was just standing there, and he was locked up with a doe. He wasn't going anywhere. So I'm hoping that he's there this morning.
Well, let's go make a memory.
Babe, there's a big 6x6 back here, and he's a big deer. Okay, I've never seen him, but a lot of other people have seen him just going across, but I've never seen him. And right now, there's really no telling what's going to come in. Very unpredictable. The place I'm going to be putting Babe this morning is an area that we call the Short Tower. The Short Tower is up on a ridge, and it overlooks a small clearing out in the middle of the oak trees. A lot of times the bucks will wind up hanging there as the does come back and forth.
What's that? Oh, there's a buck. That's a nice buck. And I mean, look at, when he holds his head up, you can see him a little bit. Pick your head up again. I can see his tail, right? Oh yeah, he just dropped his head down and disappeared. Come on out here, let me see you. He's back in the grass. Just coming out. Ooh, it's a good one. It is a big one. It's not really light enough yet. Just stick around, baby. It's pretty dark yet for it, isn't it? It's legally shooting time right now. And I'm waiting. So, I'm saying little prayers. I seen the doe he's with. She just scampered around him. What I don't want happening is her pulling him out of here. Oh boy, he's a nice buck. Boy, that's a beaut. I desperately want to go see him and see if he's as big as I thought he was. I mean, he looks like a bruiser. I like this combination I've got here. This is a Remington Model 700 synthetic stock, Chamber 2 300 WSM caliber. I'm shooting Barnes bullets. I've got a 4-16 advanced BDC scope of Nikons. Well, you got lots of stuff, don't you? Actually, he's got 14 points on him. I'd rather have something like this that's non-typical than I would one that's perfectly typical. Thank you, Lord. Howdy,
Well,
boss.
Pretty good morning, wasn't it?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
You're going to like him, I think.
I think I will too. So that means you've already been down to him?
There was... I had to go take a look at him. I was waiting for you. I couldn't stand it.
Holy smokes, babe.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't he a beauty?
He is
He's really
gorgeous.
wide.
I didn't see that on him either. Look at that.
I hadn't either. There's another point there. This thing is split. On this end is split, but then there's another brow tine there.
Look, he's got a little thing down here.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. I mean, what a pretty deer.
It was a beautiful buck. I knew, hey, if this guy gives me the shot, I'm going to take him.
You know what though, babe? This is a sign of good nutrition. I mean, it really is. Healthy deer when they get all this good stuff going on. And you know, you were sitting there. He texted me, and I know the way Babe is, just like everybody. It's like, golly, can I get another one? I got a surprise for you. This afternoon, would you mind shooting a deer for me? I mean, you know, would you mind that?
I wouldn't want to shoot your deer.
No, I'm serious. We have to manage. This is a great deer.
Mm-hmm. It's
But
a
I
good...
want to put you out. I want to go eat breakfast right now. I want to take care of him, and I want to put you in a stand.
and I want you to hunt for another deer, please. I got one in mind. I'm serious now. Don't say no.
Yeah, all right.
Okay? But look at this. I'm thrilled with him.
Well, so am I. Well, I was hoping you'd like him. I sure did. Okay, up next in Texas, following my magnificent whitetail moment, with only a portion of the day left to hunt, I did take Kieth up on his generous offer to attempt to harvest that old management buck. But in the end, time ran out and he never showed.
So you hunted tonight, and you didn't see this one particular buck that I was hoping that you'd see. And you got to leave out at dark 30 in the morning.
I do.
So what am I supposed to do?
I had a wonderful day hunting this afternoon. We seen some black buck antelope come in. I don't think my cameraman had ever seen them before, and they're springing and boinging.
They're cool, aren't they?
I love them.
Yeah.
We seen one good buck come trotting through. He was looking for a doe, and it was a great afternoon just to simply be there.
But I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I got to have that deer out. I do not want him breeding. He's a nice deer. He's a big deer. But genetically, he doesn't have what I want to see in the herd down the road.
I wish I'd have seen him because I'd have helped you out.
Well,
I was ready to.
I think I know what I'm going to do in the morning.
I think that'd be a good idea. So next morning, while we were packing to leave, Kieth was out looking to manage his herd by taking out non-typical breeding bucks in favor of those that'll produce classic typical racks.
Babe took off early this morning for the airport, and I wound up, I decided to hop in a blind. We had a little cold front come in. It's about 15 degrees cooler this morning than it was yesterday. And so I'm pretty optimistic we're going to see a lot of animals. We're looking for one particular deer though. I'm not seeing him. I have no idea. He may be out hooked up right now with a doe. I can't tell if that buck is right there in the grass. We gotta get a good idea on him. That may be the buck we're after. That buck on the right. That's him. That's him. All right. We gotta get him in the clear though. The reason why we haven't seen him, he's got a doe with him. That's the one I wanted Babe to get right there. That is him. That's absolutely him.
We wait till the deer get old and until they get big. And then you know what, we target them. We get them on our game cameras and we watch them, and it's like, you know what, that deer's ready to be taken. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's one that needs to come out. And so as we go out, I keep telling everybody, say, when you pull the trigger, you're making a management decision. Whether it's a good one or a bad one is your decision.
Look at him. Come on out in the open.
We try to make the best decision for the overall long-term goal of the ranch. And
Of the herd too.
Right, and what that is we're trying to get an equal number of deer in every age class. Okay, and I break it down to 3 age classes. We have young, middle-aged, and mature. Okay, and we want equal number of deer in each one of those age classes.
And a mature is what, 5?
Yes.
Okay, here he comes out the tree for me. I'm not gonna shoot him until he raises his head. There's a black buck right behind him. I can't take that shot. Good gosh, look at that. You there? Yeah, go. That was amazing. Shaking like a leaf. He didn't go far in there, but that's the buck that I've been after. And I'm fixing to show you why.
Let me show you why I wanted this guy. Yeah, if you take a look at his antlers, I mean, he's really just basically a mainframe 8-point, but you know, he's got a little G4 starting up here. You know, I'm really not calling it a G4, and he's got a lot of good stuff going on down here. I mean, he's got all this extra stuff going on, and then take a look over on this side. He's got a Fort G2 with a nice kicker off of it, and actually a Fort G3, but this is the kind of deer that what I'm hoping to get out of the herd. Just look at him, I mean, he's a cool looking deer, but I mean, he's got a lot of good mass, and his beam is actually pretty long, but that's just not the genetic that I want passed on through the herd. Our goal out here is to grow big, pretty, typical bucks. You know, I was hoping that Babe was going to be able to see him, but this guy has been a no-show for about the last month. He's been on the hit list for over a month. But he's a really cool deer, and I am thrilled to take him. We got to get him taken care of. Boy, what a pretty buck.
My goodness, did Keith Warren go the extra mile to provide me with an incredible Texas whitetail hunt on his coveted private dreamland. And on opposite ends of the continent, we share the same philosophies and work hard to achieve our management goals. True love and appreciation for land and the goal of improving it through wildlife management practices can inspire some philosophical conversation between men.
Literally, ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to have my own place. And it wasn't until 20 years ago that I was able to come up and be able to actually do it. At some point, you've got to manage it. The carrying capacity is going to be whatever it is.
Exactly.
And so what I decided was, you know what? I put up a fence to protect the animals. And a lot of people called it an enclosure. And I said, no, it's not. It's an outclosure. Because I'm going to create a Garden of Eden for the whitetail deer. I'm going to create a place that the deer on the outside wish they were fortunate enough to be closed up on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Because these deer inside are going to live to be a ripe old age. They're going to not want for any food. They're not going to want for any water in the dry times.
Or nutrition.
They're going to have everything that I can give them. And love is what I gave them. We're going to want to give that deer an opportunity to get old. Show us what he can do. And then when he shows us what he can do, we want him in the breeding pool. We don't want to kill him when he's that big. We want to give him a chance to be able to spread those genetics out around the herd so we see more of him down the road. And we got some pretty good deer.
Yes, sir. You know, for our talk we've had this evening, I've come to the conclusion that I know why I've liked you all these years and never really got a chance to know you. That's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keith, old friend, thanks so much for allowing us to come down, hunt, film, and share footage to allow us each to produce our own versions of shows to present to our audiences.
The only thing you can offer me in return is come back next year.
You got a deal, bud. I'm Babe Winkelman. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, everybody, hey, good hunting.